Hello, everyone. As you might already know, every few years, the search engines, namely Google, they go through pretty major updates. In the past 6 months, Google did a pretty big update, and it's been affecting the rankings of web pages. Remember, your website is made up of web pages. In a nutshell, Google's doing its best to not rank web pages that have affiliate links on them. In other words, Google's going after web pages that have affiliate links, and they're purposely either not ranking them or almost penalizing them, putting them back on page 5 or page 6 where no one's going to find them. This directly affects eBay, Amazon, and ClickBank links. So this is very specific for your website because you guys promote these 3 places. Now, I've proven in the last few weeks with my latest research that this is just very true. It's becoming more and more prevalent. The Google software is getting more and more advanced as time goes on, and it's something that we have to address. Now, don't freak out because the great news is I found a solution. In fact, I guarantee you that only a small percentage of website owners are even aware of this and how to get around this serious problem. Most people don't know how to do it. So this is great news for you because I'm going to give you the solution. I'm going to put you far ahead of many other online marketers, which frankly are your competitors. So I'm going to show you exactly what Google wants. We have to give Google what they want so that they'll reward you with high rankings, high page rankings. And also, I'm going to show you how to also get what you want, which is traffic to your web pages and click-throughs to your affiliate products so that some people will actually buy something. Now, some of you are having pretty decent results. This still applies to you. Some of you, your website's newer, you're still waiting to get results. Well, this definitely applies to you too. Everybody can benefit from this. Now, if you'll do what I'm about to teach you, and you'll put up your 5 posts per week with this method, there's no reason that the new web pages you add can't start making money within just a few weeks. Now, first off, let's talk about exactly what Google likes these days. Google likes non-monetized authority site web pages. Authority websites are the big websites, the big names, the brands, the big news websites, stuff like that. In fact, one of them that you may or may not be familiar with is called Wikipedia. Wikipedia is like the online encyclopedia. It's huge, and they almost always show up in the search results for just about any category you can think of. One of the reasons why Google loves them, and it's obvious they love them because of all the rankings that they give them, Wikipedia does no advertising. They don't have any advertising anywhere on their site. In fact, they heavily link their website, but to their own pages. They don't even link to other websites, only themselves and no advertising. Google loves it. Wikipedia has to rely on volunteers and basically donations. But it's a pretty interesting model. That being said, we can take advantage of Wikipedia with your website, and I'm going to show you how to do that as well. Now, here's the solution. From now on, when you put up a product review or you want to promote a product, maybe it's a ClickBank product, maybe it's something on Amazon or eBay, you're going to put up a web page. And I teach you in this whole training series how to effectively put up a web page. But from now on, I want you to break up the one-page review that you would normally put up, and you're going to break it apart into 2 pages instead of 1. And it's one little step. I'm going to actually do it with you guys and show you. It's not hard to do. But on the first page is where you're going to put most of the words of your review. In fact, I'm going to show you a review right here. This example I'm going to give you is about how to download movies. And we can promote that through ClickBank or Amazon. We'll use Amazon in the example since most of you are promoting with Amazon. But here's a website, similar layout to yours. And here's the review. It's probably kind of small, but this review has about 9 paragraphs. It's about, maybe 500 words, average size. I'm going to show you how to properly put that up on your site or a review in general. So what we're going to do is you're going to go to your dashboard like you normally do. Go to Posts and click Add New. You should be very familiar with this by now. And I'm just going to be copying and pasting just like normal, even though it's off the screen. I'm going to copy the title and paste it. Here it is. I'm going to copy the article, the review, the post, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to paste it. Now I pasted the entire thing. This one actually has 9 paragraphs. But the trick is you're going to want to take out about 20 to 25%, and you're going to want to put that onto a notepad and save it for later. That's what we're going to end up putting on the second page. So I would bring my notepad over here. I could resize this so that you can see both. And I would just, again, select a couple of paragraphs, 2 or 3, the last paragraphs, by the way. I would cut this out, come over to my notepad, and just paste it. And I'm going to paste it for later. Now, I still need to get an image. I still need to do a few things to make this look good. But what I am going to do, I'm going to add something. It's your 2 magic words. Continue reading. ... That's it. From now on, you're going to want to add that to every post and page that you put up. If you don't want to say continue reading, you can say something else. Just let them know that the rest of the article is on a different page. Eventually, we're going to make this a link, but for now, we're going to leave it just like it is. The only other thing I'm going to do is grab an image for this first page. So I'll hop over to Google. This article review is on how to download movies. I'm going to click on, I'm going to try to find images, and it doesn't even want to give me that. And here's images. And, I kind of like maybe something like this. I'm going to save this image to my computer. We've done many videos on this. Save it to your desktop. I'm going to come back. I like to put my image on the top left. I'm going to click Add Media. I'm going to upload or drag. In this case, I'm just going to drag the image. Here it is, uploading. And I'm going to click Insert into Post. So we have an image, and we have about 80% of our article, our review, and I typed in continue reading. At this point, we're going to select a category, and really all I have to do is click Publish. So that's page 1, step 1 of 2. I can right click up here, open link in new tab, clean these up, and here is the published page. There it is. I do like to space out the paragraphs a little bit better, so I'll come back and just kind of space this out. People really like a lot of blank white space when they're reading things online. They can prove that through studies. I like to have lots of little paragraphs. I'll click Update. I'll refresh the page. Here's the refresh circle with the arrow. And now it's just spaced out a little bit better. Here's a review. It talks about how to download movies, how to compare sites, etc., etc. But it says continue reading. Now, that's the first step of page 1. The next thing that we want to do, we've noticed that pages are ranking a lot higher. You don't want to overdo this, but you could definitely do it if you post 5 pages per week. Remember, I use the word pages and posts interchangeably. You could put one link to Wikipedia on each of your 5 posts every single week. So let's go find a relevant page on Wikipedia, a website that Google loves, and you'll actually get some brownie points for doing it. So I'm going to head over to Google, and I can just do it in the search, or I can type it in the address. I can type in Wikipedia. Look at this. They have their own search bar. I'm going to type in download movies. And look at this. Here's all these different pages in Wikipedia about movies. So I'm just going to grab one. I'm not emotionally attached to it. I'm really just doing it to get the brownie points through Google. I copy this up here, and I just Control C or right click copy. And then I'm going to show you how to add a link on your web page. This is the web page we're working on. We're going to try to put this in, a logical place so it makes sense. And, this, here we go. Many others will charge you on a per download basis. FX movie download. This is great. So let's go ahead. All I have to do is select the text, just like that, and click on this paperclip. And when I put my mouse over it, it says Insert Edit Link. I click on it. Look at this. I can paste. Notice how there's 2 HTTPs. I got to clear that out. You got to be careful. I just right-click and paste, or Control V as in victory, and I click Add Link. I can also check this. I like to do this, open link in a new window tab. Whenever I link to an external website, I like to have it open up in a new window. Click Add Link. You can see it's purple, it's underlined, it looks like a link, and it is. I click Update. We'll come over to our published web page, click Refresh, and look at this. Here's the link. If I click on it, it opened up in a new tab, took us to Wikipedia. We're going to get some brownie points from Google. They love Wikipedia. It shows that we're giving them some credit. Okay, that's part 1. There's really only 3 parts to this. Part 1 is doing most of the content on page 1 and doing the link and adding the words continue reading. Part 2, we're going to go to add new post. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to take our title, and what I like to do is shorten it a little bit and then put maybe ... continued. Okay? Now I'm going to grab the last 3 paragraphs, the ones that we cut out. I'm going to give it some nicer spacing, just like this. But this is where I'm going to add an Amazon product. We click on the bullseye. I just saw this movie with my kid called Maleficent, so I'm going to try that. I'll put in maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 results. I'm going to click Submit. It puts this code. I'm going to click Publish. I'm going to keep it in the same section, which was Downloads. And I'm going to click Publish. Now, I can right-click up here, open link in New tab under View Post. Let's take a look. And here it is. Now, I was hoping to get the movie, not the costume. So we're going to have to play around with a search term to get the right display. So give me a second here. Okay, so I changed the search term right here, I added the term Blu-ray. Sure enough, here's one of them. Plus it came up with a couple other results. I like that because they're kind of related to, they're Disney, related to the movie Maleficent. So now we have this second page and we've monetized it with Amazon products. That's part 2. The last part is part 3. Here's our first page. Here's our second page. Now, part 3 is to go back, click on All Posts. We're going to edit the first post, the first page that we put up. And what we're going to do is we're going to highlight Continue Reading. Make it blue with your mouse. We're going to go back to the second page. This is the address bar up here. Okay? And we're going to copy, right-click, copy after we select all of it, the address of the second page. We're going to come back to where we're editing the first page where I highlighted Continue Reading. I'm going to click on the paperclip. I'm going to hit Control V or right-click paste, and I'm going to paste in the URL address of the second page. I'm not going to make it open up in a new window. I can also, by the way, where it says or link to existing content, I could have found it in this list. But some of you might have hundreds of pages. It might be more difficult to do that, but it should put the most current one at the top. Instead of having to copy and paste from the second page address bar, if you can find it in here like this, boom, we could be done. Now if I click Add Link, we're completely done. And notice how if I put the mouse over it, it shows us the title. It's optional. You can definitely do it, but it is optional. I click Update, and that completes part 3. We did this in 3 parts. Part 1 was to add the review, at least 75 to 80% of it, to give it a Wikipedia link and an image. Part 2 was to create a second page using the same title but shortening it and then doing ... continued, pasting in the last few paragraphs, monetizing it with the Amazon products, and creating the page. That was part 2. And then part 3 was going back and editing the second page. I had to hit refresh, and now we can see there's 2 links, one to Wikipedia, one to the second page. I click it, and we'll give it a second to load. Takes us right to the second page. Now the reason we did this, very important, is that Google will have nothing against this page. And remember, all of the other search engines, they follow Google. Google is like the search engine god. It's pretty sad, but it's true. And now we've given Google a reason to like us and no reason to not like us, because the words on this page are not monetized. Now we might have monetization over here on the sidebar. A lot of you do. This is monetized right here. But when Google indexes this web page, they're only going to be looking at this. Your RSS feed only will have this information. Okay? So Google's going to like this page, hopefully give you a ton of visitors and traffic, especially if you hand wrote this content or you rewrote it enough to where it's unique. And then some of your readers will want to finish your review or your article. They'll be taken to this second page. Google's not going to like this page. They don't like these pages anymore. I don't know if they're mad at Amazon or they feel Amazon is taking over the Google marketplace. Whatever the case, Google's probably not going to like this page right here too much. But that's okay. You just want to go ahead and get them to the first page. Make sure you have a place for them to go. Once they're here, now they can click and purchase. You can make a commission. And just to give you guys an idea, by doing it this way, we have literally seen an increase of traffic up to 100 times. No joke. 100 times the traffic. Now, not every page you put up is going to be a home run. Not every page you put up is going to get 5 or 10,000 or 20,000 visitors, but some of them can. And if you do 20 per month, 5 per week, and you spread it out, don't do 20 in 1 or 2 days and then take a month off. Spread this out. A handful of your pages can take off, and you can actually start to get some significant results. And remember, it's our job to help keep you aware of what's going on, because the internet world always changes and we have to keep up with it. Well, this is one of those changes that definitely impacts you and affects you, and you can literally, by doing things this way, start to see some really good results. So please understand, this training page is totally to your benefit. You now have everything in here that you need to literally take this into your own hands. Take a proactive role. Obviously we give you marketing. The marketing takes time to develop. Some marketing just performs better on other sites that we put up. It's going to be a mix and match. This is what's going to allow you to get your significant results, and it's not a full-time job. We're talking 7 to 10 hours a week. It's not that much. It's not even really a part-time job. So take ownership of your site. Please follow through and do this. If you have questions, shoot me an email. But I cannot tell you how powerful the results are by doing it this way. And we've just seen countless traffic increases and conversions using this method. So please take this one to heart. I wish you guys all the best, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.